Mikey. I'm 19, I live in Australia, and I'm a transsexual. I came out a couple of months before my 15th birthday in April of 2007. I've been living with a guy full time since then, other than with my parents, so I didn't come out to until October of that year. I've been on T for a year now. I officially started T November 11th of last year, so I just celebrated my 1 year on T, which was really super cool. I was sort of post-top surgery for like 2 weeks, and then I wasn't. I'm booked for my next top surgery on November 28th. Introductions. I really like Coca-Cola. I study Mandarin Chinese as a second language. I want to go live in China and teach English as a second language there. I sing and I play flute and guitar and piano and bass, although none of those are things that I do particularly well. I love Glee, although I don't really love Glee. I really love Kurt and Blaine, and I tolerate the other characters' storylines. My Tumblr is telescopics.tumblr.com. I also love photography, and I have a photography blog which is shuttersaved.tumblr.com. What's in a name? My name is Michael James Parkinson. Yeah, Michael Parkinson, like the old British guy. Choosing a name was kind of difficult for me because it wasn't that I thought there were too many that I liked, but rather that I didn't like any of them enough. And choosing a name was really big because I hated my birth name. Not just because it was a so-called girl's name, but because I just hated the name. And so I wanted to make sure that when I transitioned it was a name that I was really comfortable with. I tossed up Charlie for a while, but that was a gender-neutral name, and I didn't want people to be able to make any excuses about misgendering me. Like, I wanted them to know that I was a guy and that they weren't allowed to call me anything else. And I also thought about Ryan, but I really liked this band Panic at the Disco at the time, who I still think are pretty cool. And they had a lyricist guitarist called Ryan Ross, who I thought was pretty awesome. And I was a bit worried that I was sort of basing my name choice off me idolizing him. What I ended up doing was, because I couldn't find a name that I was comfortable with, and I really needed to start coming out soon because I couldn't handle living as a girl any longer, is that I went and asked my mum what she would have called me if I was born a boy. And she said that they knew pretty early on into pregnancy what sex I was going to be, but that she'd always wanted to have a son called Michael if she had a son, and it just stuck. It seemed to be the only name that I'd heard of that really fit and that I felt comfortable with. And also my favourite Ninja Turtle was Michelangelo, and he was called Mikey, so Mikey came about through that. James is literally Michael Parkinson. What? Michael James Parkinson? Okay, that sounds cool, let's go with that. I kind of like the idea of using my middle name as a last name. Like, I go by Michael James or Mikey James a lot, and so I wanted something that sounded good with that. And it's really funny because I normally read into things so much, and like all my tattoos have like a million meanings behind them, and I care about everything, and every little detail has to be perfect. And then with my name I was just like, Michael Parkinson, Michael James Parkinson, let's go with that. And that's about all I have to say on this topic. I think this has been a perfect introduction video because it's shown you guys that I talk a lot and about nothing in particular, and that's really one of the most important things you need to know about me. I hope my future videos are more interesting, and I hope that this was vaguely enjoyable. See you later.